Hi, good morning, everybody. You know, it's an honor to share the stage and with some of the people virtually that I have admired. So thank you, Amit ji, Dr. Rajesh Chakravarti. I know the best part of the sessions will follow when my good friend Anant, he shares his experiences and clearly Karen and Sandeep, they are going to add a lot of value to today's conversations. Amit, I couldn't help but react to your survey that you conducted with the students. We did a similar survey at Tech Mahindra, and it was more about trying to understand what their aspirations are. As you all know, right now there is a huge war for talent. There is a huge skill gap between what industry needs and what we are able to service to meet the demand. Most of us know that this skill gap is not because the number of institutes, it's not because number of learned faculty, it is just purely the impact of pandemic and the rapid rise of digitalization. So Dr. Chakravarti, one of these days I'm going to challenge you on what your opinion about AI and impact of AI is and how many years will it take. Frankly, when we are talking to each other, there is a lot of AI which is already part of our lives, but we will come back to that discussion later. So Amit raised these few points, and I said there was a Tech Mahindra survey. And the only two things that did not match what Amit's findings were. A typical response of a Tech Mahindra associate was that growth, learning, responsibility, rewards, and recognition. Now this used to be a standard response. And if you marry it with the Amit's findings, they just about match 100%. What was surprising in the last two surveys is a very high desire to also measure that the impact that an individual creates for his own life, for the society, and for the company that he works for, the customer he works for. I had never ever heard the impact. I had never heard value creation. I had never heard what is the purpose of my coming to office in my earlier conversations. So when people talk about climate, when people talk about sustainability, when people talk about ESG, I think we have to realize that today's employee expects us to give them the tools so that they can become more impact oriented, more value creators, and more important, that they leave the world in a better place in what they have inherited. So, Amit, maybe it is coming out in some of your presentations. The second part, there has been a huge debate on whether the faculty was ready for the hybrid education, whether the faculty was ready for the digital education, whether the student was ready for the digital education. And I know it is a complex subject because, as Dr. Chakravarti said, people will travel for that 1 hour meeting because journey by itself is an experience. That human interaction, that human engineering that happens when two people meet cannot be replaced by a digital experience alone. I tend to agree with it. And that is what I think we need to all amplify. We need to amplify that management education, learning is not only in the classroom, the learning is in everything that you do actually outside the classroom. So when Amit wants to do this study about why some of the average people in the classroom have been extraordinarily successful, you would realize, and again, this is just a hypothesis, sir, based on my experience, that most people who have been successful is because they were doing 3 activities. Morning they were attending the class, afternoon they were working on some social service project somewhere. If not, they were fighting with each other. But the point is they had a second set of activity. Third was they were arguing till middle of the night about some subject which you today might find silly, or you might have said that was, discussing Bollywood, which does not add value. But the reality is that extra energy, that 3 activities is what brought them forward, and when they started applying it into their real jobs, they started becoming different. Now the question here is not about that individual. Question is not about, why a Satya Nadella, who was in Manipur, an engineer at heart, is today the best manager in the world. The question really is, how do we all learn? And this distinguished audience, I think, is asking just the right questions. They're asking the questions about being relevant. They're asking a question about what kind of research or no research. They're asking a kind of question is, if the pandemic has forced us to go digital, how much digital? And I'm really excited about it. The reason I'm excited is that we all now know that technology and management will go together. Now we all know data scientist means data and science. And data science applied by a manager starts becoming the decision. But we also have to realize that these are only 2 parts of this equation. The biggest learning that I have had after 40 years of being in the management is human engineering. It's a people engineering. Amit asked me a question as I was walking in, and he said, one of the better known case studies is the Satyam turnaround. What do you think was your learning? And I wanted to go back to him and share that I could start talking about the role of the board. I could start talking about the checks and balances. I could talk about the role of the auditor. I could also go and talk about the role of the regulators, or I could go and talk about the people empowerment, or I could talk about would we have saved it if we had the right whistleblower policy. But I think all of those are literally, putting some of the blocks. And you will continue to improve, and you will continue to have some or the other frauds. But where the difference is how do you catalyze people? How do you bring in people together for the same passion, for the same purpose, that all the stakeholders can be brought on the same page? And this is, I think, one of the most difficult jobs, because some of us might say, oh, youngsters have, short span. Oh, this is a Netflix generation. Somebody might say it is a generation, which expects rewards much faster than normal. They would rather take, a VC route instead of trying to worry about cash flows and focus on the real discipline of the building an organization, I think we are all wrong. The reason I call it all wrong is people never ever change. They continue to be ambitious, they continue to want recognition, they continue to want to learn, and all the same things that they mentioned earlier. We just have to make them relevant. And just to take examples about being relevant, most of us have technology at home. Most of us have technology in offices. Most of us have technology in institutions. Why is it today the technology at home is superior? Think about it. The gaming. Think about all the real-time gamification that happens where the youngsters are now more interactively involved. Think about all these messaging tools. Think about all these Insta tools. Think about all that metaverse that we are talking about. All this is being consumed by that individual whom you want to come to the academia to learn. Is the same person you expect to go to a workplace and to now live and work. Why would he not use technology? Frankly, now in Tech Mahindra, we have stopped doing these keynote addresses. Why? Simple reason that people want to learn in bit size. People want to learn in this 2-minute, 3-minute capsules, in 5-minute capsules. And that's why we have started doing more of fireside chats, more of discussions, more of Q&A, because we realize that fireside chats have a better recall rate. Q&A have a better recall rate than the keynote addresses. I'm sure this can be adopted as you design the future of learning. So I know that we can share a lot of stories to illustrate examples, but a few lessons that I learned as a manager. The first lesson was a friend's grandfather telling me a story. It looked very unconnected at that point of time. So guys, bear with me with that story, because that story has guided my life. He talked about a village. I grew up in Rajasthan, and Rajasthan, the jamidars were known for going out for hunting, the shikar. And there was this jamidar out there who used to like to go for the shikar, and he used to have his small party with him, which was headed by a youngster. And the guy's job was to set up the platform in the trees. Other guy's job was to spot the lights, and so on and so forth. As you know, Rajasthan is a drought area, 1 year, second year. So Jamidar couldn't afford to maintain the same level of staff. So he asked the young man to leave and said, listen, I can't afford to pay you salary, so I think we need to part company. You need to build your own career. The young man left, but the Jamidar used to like to go for shikar. 1 week went back, second weekend happened, third week he became restless, and he called this young man over. And he said, listen, we will go for the shikar, but now it will be, you will have to take a portion of the kill that we have. This guy has also not found a job, so he said, all right, at least I'll get something. Now this time when the young man goes, he's going much deeper into the forest. He's now looking at all data points about where the water is, where the sun is, and so on and so forth. And they had a much better weekend than ever before. The Jamidar asked this young man a question. You and I have been working together for 5 years. What changed? And the young man replied, Sir, earlier I used to work for you, now I work for myself. Now, to me, this is entrepreneurship. And that, in my opinion, is a differentiator when you do your study, is between an entrepreneur manager, and somebody who is generally working for someone. So, I personally believe that in our education programs, if we can gamify these things, if we can work together, then most of us will learn that the same marble in Rajasthan, when it is bought from a mine, it is X rupees. When it becomes a flooring, it becomes X plus Y. When it becomes a statue, it becomes 7X plus Y. Because our job is to create that statue which is 7X plus Y. And I'm very confident that all of you learned people out here would take into account that when we talk about impact and value creation, we are talking about that 7X plus Y, or we are talking about people who are culturally transformed to become owners or extreme owners, because that is what is the real differentiator, whether technology or whether it is any kind of a courseware. If we are relevant and if we believe in human engineering, there is no stopping. So thank you again. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed this conversation. It was wonderful. Thank you.